Hello friends, today is 15th of the month, which means a Diecast Mafia challenge. Yeah, and I didn't even remember about that until I saw BJ's customs build. Yes, so I'm gonna just build this car in here. Yeah, we're gonna make it into the post-apocalyptic raider, but the challenge this time around is no weapons. So we're just gonna try to customize this guy to look cool-ish-esque and have no weapons on him. I already decided on the color scheme, even though I love this little thing in the front. Maybe I'm gonna leave it actually. There is a small chance for that, but still chance. So I just gonna armor him up. Maybe gonna add some engine or something like that. Yeah, just something cool. And he gonna be just metallic because I want to use a lot of rust, and the rust gonna be the saving grace as well. Extra imposed part from me. I'm gonna try to avoid 3D printed parts as much as possible, as I use ton of them lately. Well, I do use ton of them all the time because, well, that's why I have three resin 3D printers. Yeah. But I want to just do something that pretty much anyone with a little bit of trash in their house can build. So let's just get on the table. Let's start, just converting this car into something Gaslandy, very, not very armory, but maybe just a little bit boosted armor or whatever. Yeah, and we'll see how far it goes. So let's just switch this. Hope for the best. Yep. Okay, so I was looking through my parts, and temptation to get something 3D printed was great, but I managed to stop myself. Sometimes you just have to stick to your own guns and hope for the best. Yeah, so I have like little bits of things in here. Yeah, and I'm just looking through, maybe I can use something from my pile of crap on the side, because I always have a tiny pile of stuff here, like models and everything else just lying on the side where you cannot see them. But I'm assuming that most of you are kind of aware how tidy my desk is. You've seen it before, so yeah. But let's just get to this. Yes, so these are the hair curling teenies weenies, that I use quite often because I just bought a box of them, and since my wife do not curl her hair, well, they are useless to anything else. And then I have this in here, little pipes. Like I said, I'm gonna try to use mostly trash. These are actually from cotton buds. Yeah, the cotton buds has been used to clean up the spills from one of the cars. Yeah, that's gonna be actually shown in the next video. And I have those cotton buds, which are perfect little pipes. Yeah. So you can see after I cut off the little bit that was holding the cotton, because it is kind of frazzled. Yeah, I have those little pipes, and I can start doing some crazy stuff with it, hopefully. So my thinking was maybe just add it, a little bit of a ram in the front, as a ram is technically not a weapon, more of a defensive item, and it's gonna just give this car a little bit more of a presence. Yeah, or maybe even just one of those, like sticking over the hood, like bend it over, just one pipe like that, and then the rest of them just like 4, maybe 5 pipes, just bend it over. Let's try that. Yeah, I have my trusty lighter to help with all of the bending needs. Yeah, so we have one bend in here. Yeah, and let's just start cleaning more of those cotton buds and start just bending them. So nope. Okay, that one, the first one was a fluke. Those ones do not want to work. The plastic is just a little bit too flimsy. But I'm just assuming that maybe I just applied too much of a flame to it. Let's just give it a good old try from the other side. And yep, this actually sort of kind of works. So I'm just gonna bend this one. Yeah, I don't care if it is, you know, kind of squashed. Yeah, I'm fine with that. I want my roughly 90 degrees bends. And maybe I'm just gonna do one on the other side. Wow, those really hit up very quickly. So I have 4 of those bends. This one is kind of meh. But thanks God, I have more of the cotton buds. Oh, come on. Ah, there we go. So cut and try again. Oh, that's much better. Yeah, definitely much better. And there we go. All right. So I have the banded pipes, so I can cut them to size, and now I just have to cut one that's going to be sitting on top, and the same size that's going to be sitting on the bottom. Yeah, it's going to be kind of a weird ram, kind of, I don't really know how to call it, but we will see how it's going to turn out. It looks cool in my head. I'm assuming that it's going to be looking quite crappy on the car if I know my luck. Yeah, but still. Roughly here. Come on, mark it. There we go. So 2 of the equal size. There we go. And now let's just grab the super glue and cut off the end of it, so it's gonna actually start working. So yeah, the eagle not gonna be savable really. So decisions. I have to figure out how deeply I want this. So I think about here. So that's where I'm gonna apply the super glue. So dab it up, and a little bit more to the sides. And now let's just apply it. There's a little bit of a ridge on the hood, which straight away gonna make it a little bit harder. But you know, what the life would be without a little bit of adversity in it. And diversity as well, but yeah. Hopefully I didn't cut them too short. Nope, just perfect. All right. So in here, 1 and go. Of course, this is cut too long for the bottom part, but I'm not gonna be really fighting with this right now. I'm gonna cut it in a few minutes after the glue dries a little bit. So there you have a second part. This one cut in here, and I know that mostly what you can see is my hands right now, because yeah, I'm not very good with my hands placement when I work on the camera. And this, so 1 more here, there we go, and then this one is too short. Okay, all right, but I have 1 more spare, so I can cut it a little bit longer. And now this one is roughly the right size. Stop running away from me, cheeky little piece of a cotton bud. And there we go. The front so far so good. Let's leave it to dry, and then I'm gonna cut it roughly to this length. Yeah, in the meantime I can work on some extra details. So I have this little thing. It is from air freshener. It's the inside of the air freshener, the one that you can buy in Lidl. I'll just grab my clippers and get this, and just remove this little knobbly knob on the side, and I'm gonna leave one in here. I'm just thinking about gluing this maybe in here as some sort of a air filter or something. Not really a scoop, but not really anything else. You know, who knows what the post-apocalyptic raiders gonna be adding to their cars. So this goes in here. Oh, and I just started pushing on stuff and everything just started ungluing because I didn't even bother to sand stuff. Just me being me. Okay, so we have one thing, and now those little cotton buds things. So this one is this. So yeah, I'm gonna be able to glue it like that. That's fine. Yeah. So now a little bit of this plastic art. You can see how thick it is. It's literally just breaking in my hand. Of course, I'm gonna cut it into smaller pieces, and we're gonna do a little bit of armoring of this car, because you know that when I'm gonna be painting this metallic, the little armor plate's gonna literally just start shining up straight away. It is probably the best little detail that you can do very quickly. Well, not so quickly because you have to apply those little armor plates, but still, you know, it's just gonna come up so great under the dry brushing. Yeah. And leave it like that. And let's start just applying this. I'm gonna focus on this side, yeah, which is a passenger side, I guess. Yeah, and then we're gonna work on the other side. Maybe we're gonna figure something else out, but one side at a time. And remember, because you're gonna be overlapping them, you're gonna have to go back with super glue all the time. So yeah. And my god, my big fingers are squishing everything. Today is the day of squishiness. Come on, come on, come on. Glue, glue, glue. There we go. That's what I wanted. And would I want to use some of those because I was working so hard to create them some time ago, and I still have quite a supply of those. And you know, of course, you can use a paper, yeah, but corrugated paper. But I think that for the cars themselves, yeah, I'm not a huge fan of corrugated paper on a car. I rather have something metal. And I know, it might be dangerous because you might have, you know, you might be clumsy as me and, you know, cut your finger with it. But on the other hand, you know, when you touch it and it is piece of metal instead of piece of paper, you just feel that's much better, at least in my opinion. That's why I don't do those little armor plates with paper. Although you could. And to be honest, if I go to the store and, you know, someone have a little car with pieces of paper glued to it and they are playing with it, I wouldn't, you know, bat an eye on that. I wouldn't say anything wrong about it. Yeah, because to each their own. You build with what you have, you build what you like. Yeah, but it's just simply not for me. I like the corrugated paper. I like to have it on a, what do you call it, on buildings, yeah, because buildings are something that I can, you know, use all sorts of materials that I wouldn't use on the cars, yeah, like sticks and stuff like this. Right, let me just think, do I want to do some extra exhausts? No, but those pipes are kind of, because this one, I know it's gonna go here, yeah, so maybe let's just put it in there and have it out of my way, because I'm gonna be disturbing these pieces all the time. They're never gonna have time to be properly attached, because I'm gonna constantly push them with my fingers. And then I'm gonna screw up a next brush, because I'm gonna put it into a pile of super glue. So cutting it to the size, and then I want to have this one actually on the top, not on the bottom. Okay, decision has been changed. So on the bottom, please hold, please hold. Oh, super glue. The thing is that, you know, those little cotton buds, pipes, they don't really work well with super glue or with any other glue. Yeah, which is the biggest problem with me, because, you know, I did actually use them a lot in Warhammer 40k. So there you have the front grill, ram, whatever you want to call it. Looks good for me. And now let's just add some more armoring. I'm gonna use this one for the front window. It just doesn't want to cut. It's not my day for recording videos, I guess. Just stuff don't want to work with me. No cooperation whatsoever. But yeah. All right. So and ta-da! I mean, there we go. Sorry, I'm in a very, very odd mood. Yeah, even for me. Yeah, I'm kind of happy, kind of just simply odd. Yeah, I finished my shift on time for a change, so I guess that's what's happened to me. And you know, I'm recording a video and I'm not thinking how I'm gonna get through that video. I'm just thinking that I do enjoy building this stuff. Yeah, and you know, sometimes in last couple of months, like I said, you know, I got into my weird moods when I cannot build stuff because my brain is somewhere in this scary, weird place to me. Yeah, and I was struggling to actually even start building. And today, literally, I watched the video and I was like, oh my god, I have to record something. And I just started recording it, and my god, it's so liberating to just don't get into this weird headspace of mine and just allow myself to create freely. Yep. Who else have the same kind of weirdness in them, that they psych themselves out to the point where they cannot create stuff? I'm assuming I'm not the only one. So yes, armoring this bad boy as much as possible. I'm assuming that I should give him a bath in the baking soda afterwards, just to make sure that the super glue is done. So let's just give him a little bit of an armor here. Dip, 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 dip. Alright. And this little bended piece, where to put you? Fingers. You see, my fingers are covered in super glue already. Stop. There we go. Actually, I'm gonna use those ends. Yeah, just looking at those, you know, little bent ends, I can see what I want to do with them. And the thing what I want to do is just make them like on the back. I'm gonna put like maybe 5 of them as the exhaust pipes. Yep. So just one more. And cut. All right. Now the back. I know the first piece that I'm actually sanding, but yeah, let's hope it's gonna help those little pipes to stick. One and two. Let's try number 3 somewhere in here. Come on. Maybe 4. But I need to cut this to a smaller size. Yeah, it's gonna be 4. I wanted 5 because, you know, I wanted a uneven number, but it just turned out to be even though I didn't want that. And now maybe just cut those little pipes to smaller sizes. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. And maybe just something like that. And don't ask me what it is, yeah? It is something, but it may be equally well nothing. I'm just, you know, kind of sticking stuff to the car right now. And yes, for a change I'm using tweezers because my fingers are just too big for that. And you know, the poor hair curlers didn't get used. Although, maybe just one little piece, just to keep it in. Because I already take it out, so why not? Give me a sec. I think that I have an idea. There we go. Just on the hood to make it look a little bit more dangerous. I'm gonna just cut off the little spikes on this side to fit it. And where are my tweezers? Of course, here. That's what I get for using tweezers from time to time, you know? They don't want to cooperate with me. Yep, that's gonna work. So let's just grab my super glue from a pile of crap and let's just put it here. Alright, there we go. That's the build done. Give me now like half an hour for this glue to dry and about 5 minutes to paint it black, and then we're gonna just go dry brush it metallic, and then we're gonna work on some rusting on it. Yeah, but so far so good. I'm actually quite happy with how this kind of a spur of a moment project is turning around. Yeah, so I see you in a few minutes. Okay, so I realized that my mic wasn't connected at all during all of my ramblings, so probably the audio gonna be quite crap, but you know, it's just me But yeah, let's just go and I finally applied the black paint. It's kind of sort of dried, not really. Yeah. So right now just getting some of the dark metallic first on top. Yeah. Just as a first layer of the dry brush. It is a base iron warriors from Citadel paints, because you know that most of my paints are from Games Workshop. And this is gonna as well allow me to mask all of the little imperfections. And I can even paint the bottom of it for a change. There you go. And now I'm gonna use a layer Rune Fang steel, which is much lighter, and just go over the tops to give it highlights. So it is still a massive overbrush. It should be much drier, but I really want to have more of a rust shining on this than me thinking about getting my metallics nice and tidy. So there we go. I think that I can just do a little bit more of the highlighting, just on the very top edges. I don't know if it shows up on the camera, but it does show up in the real life. Here I can see this. Yeah, but that's pretty much it when it comes to the paints themselves. And now let's just get my modeling pigment, primer red. And where is the second pigment? I just have it in here. And I have in here Vallejo pigment, earth and oxide. So yeah, come on. So let's try it. I just grab another brush that I haven't been using today yet, and just gonna start applying it somewhat liberally on that car. Yeah, I want it to be a rust bucket, so I'm gonna be just switching between one and the other pigment, just mixing them together, because we all know that rust is not really a singular color. There is a lot of different colors in it. Yeah. So yeah. So let's just give it much more of these rusty colors. Yeah, and like I said, I want to make it a rust bucket. Yeah, whoever is the driver, he bolted it together. Maybe that car was just standing somewhere, for ages, and the driver just picked it up. Yeah, who knows? Yeah. There we go. So some sort of, like, not necessarily in the very middle of those plates, but edges, can be rusted up in here as well. So the red rust, I like how those pigments, that I'm a cheapskate, so I would definitely go with the, what do you call them? With the pastels, yeah? But it turned out that those pigments are worth it, yeah? Even though they are expensive, at the end of the day, they are worth it because they cover very well. So the price comparison, to the pastels, I probably don't waste so many pigments because they are a little bit sticky. Yeah, so there is something in them to help them actually stick to the model. So if you want, if you are on the market for pigments, you know, then those pigments are very good in my opinion. Yeah. And like I said, I wouldn't really try them if I wasn't in the store and I just didn't see them. Yeah, then I would be still, you know, just using my cheap option. And don't get me wrong, my cheap option is still good. Yeah, it's just me just trying to embrace something different, yeah, and give it a chance. All right, and now let's just grab the giant brush here and just dust off at least a little bit of those colors, and this is gonna help to mix it all together as well. You can see, you know, like how, for example, in here, yeah, just a little bit of that just collected. Yeah, so and let's just brush it off. Yeah, and he's almost done. There is only one more thing that I have to do that I completely forgot about in the painting process. Yeah, of course, first of all, I have to close my pigments so I don't gonna spill them, because I'm a specialist in, you know, throwing everything. So let's just grab one of the contrast paints. They don't really show up very well on the black, but I want to have the window painted blue, so I'm just gonna go and glaze it over with blue. Wow, it really do not show at all, but a couple of quick layers should have it fixed. And it's drying pretty much instantly. I don't know what's going on. It's not like those paints really dry fast. They usually just take their sweet time. But I was probably applying just too thin of the layers. Alright, so let me just think if there is anything else I want to do to this car. I have this, and I can probably use a little bit of the engine grime. Yeah, which is oil-based product from, again, this is the MIG one. Yeah, and of course close the paint because we don't want the spillage. Yeah, with Sebastian behind the wheel, well, Armstrong, whatever you want to call me. Yeah, the spillage is, you know, quite easy to come across. So let's just do a little bit of a oil spills in here, maybe then as well in here in the back of those pipes, maybe around those little gobbins, whatever they called, in here. Like, I really don't know where the oil spill should be. I think that the oil spill should be under the car itself, yeah, but then, you know, it wouldn't be showing on the car, so what's the point? Yeah, and I think that that's good enough. Yeah, so let's just give it extra 5 minutes to dry, because you see my fingers, they turn colors, and I'm gonna throw it on the spin table and we'll see how it looks like. Yeah. So here it is, you know, a surprise to me, because I just started gluing stuff together, and I have much more fun than I had building something on the videos in some time, you know, just not really putting that much effort, you know, not really, well, I did put enough effort into it, but not really, you know, pre-planning and doing stuff like that, and not thinking about this for hours and not agonizing really helped me in here. You know, I have blast building this. It turned out very decent, you know, for something that I really just chopped out within a period of 2 hours. So yeah, if you like this video, please rate, comment, subscribe, you know, share with your friends, family, and whoever else. And remember to check other members of the Diecast Mafia videos for today. In the meantime, everyone have a lovely day and take care. Bye!